Grow My Cleaning Company teaches owners of cleaning companies just like you how to grow your company, make more money, and finally take charge of your financial future and your life. This podcast is about automating and creating systems that give you time and money freedom so you can grow like crazy without losing control. Since this is totally free, if you're getting tons of value, want to support us and make sure that you get more of the good stuff, subscribe, rate, and review to this podcast today. Now, on to the show. Hey everybody, Cleaning Nation. Evie Lynn already checking in from Spokane, Washington. Good to be back. Did our last live at the Bellagio in Vegas for the ISSA convention, which was awesome. Had an opportunity to meet all the members, lots of Cleaning Nation, got to give a speech, hang out with the Millionaire Mastermind. Life was good, but we are back in Cleaning Nation headquarters here in Phoenix, Arizona. And today we are going to talk about how to hire good cleaners. I feel like this is something we could almost talk about every broadcast every day because if you want a cleaning job, this is not of interest to you. But if you want a good, strong cleaning business, so much of it depends on the ability to hire and keep good cleaners. So that's what we're going to talk about today. The problem is, if you can't hire good cleaners, you risk your reputation, you risk everything that you've built, your ability to have freedom. The business will absolutely run you, or the cleaners will run you, right? So you can either, hey, Alicia Woodson, good to have you, sister. Because you got two options, or you got three options. You can clean it yourself, which sucks. You can hire bad cleaners, which sucks. I don't know if it sucks less or more. You guys can put, hey, Lou's on the call. One of our enrollment coaches. Never get to see Lou. Yeah, feel free to put in the chat, which is worse, having no cleaners or doing it yourself, or having crappy cleaners, which ruin your reputation and constantly need help and handholding. Or the third option, which we're going to talk about today, hiring good cleaners that kick butt, take names, believe in what you believe in, serve your clients to the level that they're used to, all that good stuff. So the problem is if you can't get this right, you are putting your opportunity for your entire company, your reputation, freedom, fun, the ability to scale, living your dream, your purpose, all that goes on hold if you can't hire good cleaners. Jason Johnson in the house. I think he's still in Vegas. He's looking for an excuse not to go back to to Alaska. We actually came back. Okay, Bianca says crappy cleaners is worse than doing yourself. Jason says both. You don't want any part of any of it. That's really like out of the fire into the fireplace, man. That bad cleaning, going from cleaning yourself to bad cleaners is just awful. And so many people give up, right? It's supposed to, they don't know they can have a life. There's a universe where you could have good cleaners. So they just give up and go back to cleaning, which is super, super sad. So as always, we're going to kind of bust some myths and some thinkings about how to do this wrong. And then we're going to figure out how to do it right. First and foremost, we've got to get over the emotional response. And I'm saying emotional because it's not real. It's not the truth. But this crazy belief that my cleaners absolutely need to have me. If they don't have me, they're going to freak out, drop dead, fire me, light the city on fire. None of that's going to happen. They might fire you. I doubt it. But the reality is your customers need a result, right? They don't want you. They want something you think that you can give them. Comfort, security, certainty, company, whatever that case may be. They're really looking for that. The reality is, a system is better every time than a person. So if you have a system to make sure they get the result in their life all the time, that is scalable, repeatable, and dependable. They're happy. If it's just you, if you get sick, can't come in, don't want to come in, quit, raise your prices, do a million things, they're not going to get what they want. So you've got to get, and I got to tell you, this belief that the customers need us, and if it's not us, they're going to fire us or something terrible is going to happen, is almost always not true. The reality is they really want a result. And they like you and they prefer you, but it's our job to make sure that they get what they need, and we educate them on what they really need, not what they think that they need. Okay, so really important to get out of that belief, and it is a belief of my customers need me, because the reality is you started this business to serve you, and if your customers get to choose what kind of life you live, and if you clean and when you clean, and if you take a vacation or ever get to travel or when you get to. That we got to fire those customers anyway. So we got to get out of that mindset of we personally have to clean. For some reasons, our customers are going to freak out. It's just not the truth. The second thing that kills us is we believe, well, my employees won't clean as well as I do, so I can't hire anyone else. So they don't know, they don't love, they're not blah, 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 blah. And the reality of that one is maybe it's true. It's probably true, right? Your customers, your employees, any given employee may or may not clean as well as you would clean or do it with a loving care or whatever. But 10 of your cleaners will kick your butt and outperform you every time, right? You can only be in one place. You can only do so much, right? So many people come to us, and I'll tell you that depending on what part of the city you're in or what part of the country or world you're in, if you're cleaning by yourself without a spouse helping or somebody, 3-4 grand's it. You're capped, man. And if you're married or have, a partner, maybe you can double that, but that's it. That's all you can do. And at some point you're going to get burnt out. So you've got to get over this. Like, my employees can't do it as well as I can. Maybe they can't, but you can't do it as well as 10 of them could, right? There's only so much that you can do personally. And the reality is, again, you don't want to have to feel like you have to promise your customers you'll never screw up. When I had the construction and when we screwed up, bad things happened, we would tell folks we will make a mistake. I tell you guys, Cleaning Nation, everyone in any of my programs, I'll make a mistake all the time. Certainly not perfect. The only thing I can guarantee you is we'll make it right. We'll always do everything we can to love you and serve you and make sure you get the results that you want, but we screw up all the time. So you've got to be able to be okay with, if your goal is to have a perfect cleaning every time, never clean anything, because every time you do is going to be an opportunity to screw up. If your goal is to serve as many people as you can at a high level, you have to be okay with hiring people that maybe only do 80 or 90% as you do. And again, once you get them systems, if you improve your systems, believe it or not, your people can do 100 to 120% as well as you am, right? They can really do better because they're not tired. They're not working 50 hours a week. They're not trying to do everything. They're trying to do this in their spare time. So definitely got to change your mindset around, I can't hire because they won't do it as well as I can. Another thing we've got to kill that makes it so hard to hire a good cleaner is this crazy belief that hiring cleaners is about skill and experience. It couldn't be further from the truth. Hiring cleaners is really about core values and beliefs match. I hate to say this, and people, it's always ruffles feathers, but the truth of the matter is anybody can clean, or almost anybody can clean. We can train people to clean. Do not fall for this nonsense of, I'm a magic cleaner and I've got special fairy dust I sprinkle that changes everybody's lives. It is not the truth. Anybody, and if you do, then that's tough because you can't scale it, right? And you're probably not charging enough for your magic fairy dust if you're only charging $30 an hour for you and your magic dust, right? The reality is anyone can clean. It's about training skills and training experience. You can train those things. What you can't train is beliefs and core values, right? We're about having fun, making money, being real, helping out. And for those who are into that and believe in that, we're a great fit. I can train them to do anything, right? We can work together. For those who don't believe that, doesn't matter how good of a cleaner you are, we're not going to work together. Also, we get people that are quote unquote highly trained, or I've been cleaning for years, I know how to do this or that or the other. A lot of times we have to untrain them. They've got all these beliefs about their skill level that they do it differently and their way is right. And we have to untrain them and they fight you on it. So believe it or not, I've had as good a luck, if not better sometimes, hiring people that don't have any cleaning experience than I do trying to untrain people that think they know it all. So the only benefit, if any, I find to hiring people with cleaning experiences, they don't as often they're not surprised by the physical nature of the work, right? Sometimes people want a cleaning job. They don't realize how difficult it can be physically 3, 4, 5 hours a day without doing it. And typically if they've already cleaned, they know that. But literally that's it. Other than that, I've had better luck with folks that have never cleaned. So we've got to get out of this thing of, when hiring cleaners, I got to have someone that's got skill. I got to have someone that's experienced. So it's actually easier, in my opinion, to train someone with no skill to do it your way than to find someone that's got their own way to do it and try and force them to do it the way that you want. So another myth that's just not going to serve you when you're trying to hire good cleaners. Another thing that I've seen just cripple people emotionally is this belief that you've got to go through hundreds or dozens or thousands of applications to get folks. And it's frustrating because you might go through 80 applications to get one good hire, and it's overwhelming. It's just like, I can't do this. Like, it's not sustainable, right? So what happens is then, because it's so painful, we put that off and we never do it until it's an emergency. And then it makes it even more painful because then we have to hire someone in an emergency. The reality is you do not have to sift through dozens or hundreds of applications to get one good person. You need an automated system to sift and sort the good from the bad. So important you have a system to get this done for you, and you're not doing it. Even if you don't mind doing it. I've never met a single person that doesn't mind doing it because it sucks. You call them and they're not home, and you play phone tag and they're no good, and blah, blah. It's awful. Even if you didn't mind doing that, it's just not scalable. You can only hire so many people, or you have to hire a fleet of people to sift and sort through these applications. So yes, it may take 80 or 100 good applications to get one good employee. The trick is you do not have to go through those and sift and sort. You need an automated system, not just a system, because you sifting and sorting, that's a system. It's just a crappy system that requires you. It's not automated. So you need an automated system to sort the good from the bad that doesn't take a bunch of time. And again, that kind of ties in with the belief that so many people, because their system is so painful for them to hire, they wait until the day that an employee, a cleaner quits, or even worse, 2 or 3 cleaners quits. And anyone that's been in business for a while knows that they quit in bunches. Hey, James Freeman, good to have you. So we wait until a cleaner or mini cleaners quit, and then we scramble to hire. And that's exactly what leads to warm body syndrome, right? When you know that this guy or this gal staring across from you is not a fit. But if they don't go clean, either it's not going to get cleaned or you're going to have to go clean it yourself. So you say you're hired, and that just ends up biting you in the butt. Best case, they hold you hostage, right? As soon as the tide turns and your employees know that you need them more than they need you, you are stuck. You are screwed. They'll turn good employees bad. And certainly you add to that hiring just anybody that can fog a mirror across from you. It's a brutal combination. It's enough to turn people into not hiring, right? Just be, I'll just go back and clean myself. So the way we fix all of that is having a system that's ongoing, right? That you can, that you're constantly is bringing you qualified applications. So a lot of times people go, I'm going to sub this out. I'll pay somebody else to do this process, right? And the reality is, culture and mindset and systems, those are the things that you should be doing. Those are the highest compensated tasks you can do. No one else understands your business or cares about your company like you do. Jan Perez says, thanks for your advice. And she's hiring. Fantastic. That's an exciting point to be in your cleaning company. So this is not, a lot of people are like, oh, I hired a supervisor to do it, or I hired a recruiting staffing agency or something like that. And they sub it out, and then they don't get the results that they want, or they get even worse results. It just doesn't work. So you want to make sure that you're not trying to sub out this process. You want to create the system. And again, what I'm not saying is you have to be in the middle of every step of this hiring process, but you do have to be the one that creates the system, and you're going to be managing the system. We'll talk about what that looks like. So again, that doesn't mean that you have to be in every step of the process, the hiring ad, the first interview, the group interview, the second interview, the onboarding, the training, all that stuff needs systems, and you don't have to be on top of it. But you do need systems that you trust to create the result that you want, and then you can jump in and out as you please. There's a lot of reasons why this is important. First of all, it's just most of us don't want to spend our lives cleaning or hiring cleaners or training cleaners, because that's not the most fun. And quite frankly, it's not the most impactful thing that you can be doing. The other problem is what happens is you get busy, you go on vacation, and then the hiring stops, right? Because you're too busy to do it on your vacation, and everybody feels like, well, I guess we can't hire anymore. The reality is we need to create a system that works with or without you, as opposed to trying to cobble something together that always depends on you. Because then as soon as you want to take a vacation or not be there or get sick or have time with your kids or just not hire for 10 seconds, if your whole company stops in any regard, either in hiring or client attraction, we got a problem. So really important that you have a system that handles this, that you can step in and out of as you see fit. I really like you guys being somewhat involved in the hiring process, but not throughout the thing. Evelyn says, this was our number one problem. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks to Mike, it's our least problem now. Evelyn is such a sweetie that you make me smile every time I talk to you, sister. All right. The last thing that we've absolutely got to blow up in this kind of universe that we're talking about is the belief that this takes a ton of time, and that is frustrating time. The reality is you can create a system to have all the talent, or more talent than you can handle, coming to you. And that's the key, right? We don't want to be chasing. We want them coming to you every week. And that system can be set up in such a situation that it only takes somebody, doesn't have to be you, 3 or 4 or 5 hours per week plus training. And the key is it takes somebody, not you, 3 to 5 hours a week plus training time to get done. So that's the big shift that we need to make. Let me sum it all up, because this is really important. So if you're looking to hire good cleaners, we've got to kill the belief that your customers need you personally, that if you don't do it, the world's going to fall apart. Because even though that's not the truth, that that's your belief, you're stuck. You're never gonna move to the next level. And I've seen it burn out and have so many owners of cleaning companies, or really owners of cleaning jobs, because that's what you have when you're cleaning, quit or get burnt out and never live their dream, because they have this belief, this erroneous belief, that your customers need you specifically. We've got a belief that because our employees may or may not be able to do as well as we do, we can't hire. We're just stuck. You've got to kill that and just know that even though one cleaner may not be able to clean as well as you are, you can never clean as well as 10 cleaners. Next, we need to make sure that we're not hiring just based on experience, that we're going with shared values, shared beliefs. Again, if I've got someone that believes at a deep level what I believe, I can train them just to do about anything, and they can contribute to my team. But if they don't believe, or they have contradictory beliefs than I have at a deep level, I can train and train and train and train. They're going to eventually show up as who they are. We're going to be frustrated with one another. Another one is this belief that you've got to go through dozens or hundreds of applications, certainly not personally. The reality is, yes, somebody might have to, or a process might have to go through 100 applications to get one good guy, because it's a needle in a haystack to get a really good cleaner. You have to have an automated system that sifts and sorts, and the automated system is not you or another human being calling, because people get burnt out. You need them to come to you and have a system of interviews and processes that take you the same amount of time. You can put as many people through it as you need. Another belief is, oh my gosh, one of my cleaners, or 5 or 2 or 3 of my cleaners just quit. I better start hiring today. That's a great way to get just a warm body across that is not a good fit in, because you're in panic mode. Next, then I'll just sub it out. There's a hiring system or a hiring person, or I'll pay somebody to do this for me. That's a great way to, what you're going to sub out is a system. So you're going to create a system to do all the work for you, but you are still going to run the system. And once you've done that for a while, then you can have one of your employees that's a good core values match run the system, or help you run the system. But we never just sub that out to a hiring agency or somebody that doesn't know and care about your culture and your community like you do. You don't have to be in the middle of the hiring process. Up until about 50 employees, I like you talking to each of the hires before they're hired. If you're on vacation, don't stop the process. Let them keep going through the hiring process, and you're going to kind of touch base with them when you come back from vacation, the new hires. But try and be involved as you can while you are in town. But that, again, should still be just like one of the steps of the process, either the group interview or the one-on-one interview, the welcome party, but not all of them. And that should all happen without you when you're gone. And you can always kind of catch up with them later, right? If you're gone for a couple of weeks and you hire 1 or 2 people, maybe you go, bring them Cokes or sodas or something on a cleaning job once you get back. Because again, we got to have a system that works when you're on vacation, when you're not, or when you're busy, when you're not busy. Because if you do it in your spare time, you get busy, it stops. It's a recipe for disaster. And again, this does not have to take a lot of time. When you've got the right system, it should take 3 to 5 hours a week of somebody's time. Doesn't have to be your times. Plus, of course, training takes a little longer than that. But just the hiring process, it should be 3 to 5 hours a week. All right. The good news is, once you get this done, you will have the ability to attract, not chase, all the best employees that you could ever want, and you're going to uncap your growth potential. As opposed to, so many of us are like, well, there's so many I'm not even taking bids because no one will do the work, right? Or we make up all these excuses not to grow, and they're because we're either don't have the employees, or we're afraid we won't be able to get the employees, and we stunt our own growth because of fear of talent. Once you create the system, not only will you have the talent coming to you and more, and again, you can scale the system so you can have as much as you need, but most importantly, or equally importantly, you lose the fear that you're not going to be able to do the work. Because that fear, whether it's real or not, will kill your ability to do the work just as much as a reality. So the good news is, once you've got this steady stream of employees coming to you, that's more, hey, Veronica, good to have you. Once you have more quality applicants that you want to hire coming to you than you have room to hire, your growth potential is uncapped, especially once it's automated. You don't have to constantly be pushing that rock up the mountain. You can really focus on attracting clients and building culture and doing the fun stuff that the owner should be doing. So if this is what you want, you're like, holy crap, I need this, I want this. That's we help owners of cleaning companies do this every day. I would encourage you to go to growmycleaningcompany.com. There's a completely complimentary, that means free, on-demand training that I created that goes over all the 5 shifts that you need to make to really grow a successful cleaning company. It's totally free at growmycleaningcompany.com right now. There's nothing even for sale on it. It's just we try to give as much value as possible to this community. And we found that gets more people than we can handle coming to us asking for help. So we don't need to sell you anything. We just want to give you a bunch of value. And for those very few, we'll take 10 or 20 a month maybe, that desperately want to really transform their lives, we can certainly help you with that as well. But the first step is go to growmycleaningcompany.com, sign up for the absolutely free complimentary on-demand training. Get the 5 shifts that you need to grow. There's a free gift at the end. It's super amazing. Love the opportunity to serve all of you guys, Cleaning Nation, and we will talk to you next time. See ya. Thanks for tuning in to today's show. If you're fired up, ready to grow, and want to see if you have what it takes to work with us at Grow My Cleaning Company, here's what I want you to do right now. Go to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk. That's growmycleaningcompany.com/talk to book an appointment to speak with me personally. I'm going to jump on the phone with you to get you crystal clear on where you are now, where you want to be, and how to get you there. Don't walk around in the dark any longer. If you are serious about growing your cleaning company, it's time to finally get the systems in place that you need to grow. We've helped hundreds of owners of cleaning companies not only grow their business and their personal freedom, but give back to their community as well. If that's what you're looking for, head over to growmycleaningcompany.com/talk and book a time to talk with me personally. I can't wait to get to know you and your business.